making a big mistake. I hope it's not one that results in something much worse. We have a real problem with the number of people that are coming and the guns that are coming.
Miami Beach officials releasing this chilling surveillance tape of a gunman spraying a sidewalk with bullets before shooting a man execution style. Just terrific. Just 2 days after another gunman opened fire on a crowd of spring breakers, leaving one dead and another in critical condition. City leaders are blaming the bloody weekend on wild vacationers tearing up Miami Beach. Seen here jumping on a police cruiser. Ashley.
And the video shows just how bad the drug crisis is getting in San Francisco. And we want to warn some viewers that this may be hard to watch. Now, you can see paramedics loading another body into an emergency vehicle during their third drug overdose call of the morning. Tom Wolf is a former homeless addict turned activist and the founder of Pacific Alliance for Prevention and Recovery. Tom, thanks for being with us, but seeing that on the screen is horrifying. Have you seen anything like this yourself in your town?
Well, not to the degree that we're seeing it right now. So, last year we had 647 overdose deaths in San Francisco, but over the last 2 months alone, we've had 131 overdose deaths here in San Francisco, and it's all being driven by these new derivatives of fentanyl that are out here on the street. You have a new drug called Tranq. You have another drug called ISO, and now you have something called Clean, which is just a really high potency version of fentanyl. And, where these bodies are being pulled out of, if you walk one block in any direction from that apartment building, there's a dozen drug dealers waiting there to sell you those drugs.
Yeah, they obviously don't care if you live or die because people are dying. As you said, this year, there have already been 131 accidental drug overdoses in San Francisco. So how worried are you, Tom, that if somebody doesn't step in and do something, that those numbers could double, maybe even triple, God forbid?
Yeah, I'm extremely worried. I mean, we should all be raising the alarm with what's happening here in San Francisco. Unfortunately for San Francisco, we've become the epicenter of the overdose crisis in the United States. We have the highest overdose death rate per capita of any county in the United States right now. And if we don't step in and intervene, and what I mean by intervene is we need to actually come in and take these organized drug dealers down, because they are cartel-fueled organized drug dealers that are operating on our streets. And we have about 500 of them right now operating in San Francisco in broad daylight, right on the street for everyone to see, and we just don't have enough resources to stop them.
So does the city know this is happening? Surely they do.
Oh, of course they know. Everybody knows.
Anything?
Everybody knows. Well, we're down 500 police officers in our city. We took $28 million of funding away from the police 2 years ago. Nobody wants to come to the city to become a cop. People are retiring and leaving from the police force. So, yeah, we're really under the gun. We just don't have the resources to combat this cartel-fueled organized drug dealing that's really killing our city right now.
So you said someone needs to raise the alarm. Does that mean no one is saying anything from the city standpoint or the state?
Well, they are saying something about it, but they're saying it and framing it more in that, well, this is just a public health crisis. It's not a criminal justice issue, when the reality is that it is both of those things. And so when you're ignoring one piece of the solution, you're not, you've heard that term, half measures avail us nothing. That's basically what San Francisco is stuck in. They're stuck in doing these half measures. So guess what? People are still continuing to die, and our communities continue to be harmed by the drugs and the drug dealing that's happening right now.
So how can everyone band together to try and solve this problem? And kind of a two-part question here, what would you do to stop it?
Well, at this point, to be quite frank, I think we need federal intervention in San Francisco. I think we need to talk to the Department of Justice and the DEA to find out ways in which they can help this city kind of reclaim these communities that have been basically taken over by the cartel. And they're operating, with impunity relatively. I mean, they're arresting them. But, when they get to the courts and the way the laws have changed here in California with Prop 47, there's just not a whole lot happening to these dealers. So they end up back out on the street after multiple arrests selling fentanyl for as little as $5. And you're seeing the results play out in real time with all these bodies coming out of all of these, permanent supportive housing units and low-income housing in these neighborhoods that are really, really affected by the drugs.
You know, Todd interviewed someone yesterday, and she lost her child to overdose for fentanyl. And the first thing he asked the drug dealer, according to her, was, what is this? Is this going to hurt me? I don't want to die. So people aren't taking this because they want to die, but something needs to happen to stop this, because it's happening all over. It's not just San Francisco with the drug problem. It's literally everywhere. Tom, well, thank you so much
And it
for your
didn't
time
just
this
start
morning. Appreciate it.
yesterday.
Thank you.
And yet another shocking jewelry store heist caught on camera, but the message this crook had for employees will send a chill down your spine.
I'm not sure if you know me, but give me every ring out there. What? Open it up. Hurry up, I'm gonna kill you.
Wow. Imagine hearing that while you're trying to get through your workday. This isn't the only story he's terrorizing. Details on this next.